over the weekend, my dad had posted 2 separate posts about how children these days keep cutting off their parents because of pride and ego, and they cut off their parents because of political, religious, moral views. And as much as that is true, that is not why I cut off my dad. And he's putting up these passive-aggressive posts because he knows that I'm finally done, because it's now been 1.5 years since I have talked to him. I cut him off because I finally worked on myself to realize that he does nothing for my mental health. I cut him off because I got so sick of being emotionally drained all the time from the hurt that he has caused. As I grew up, I finally realized that my dad was the popular person of our family and everyone wanted to be in with him, and they would just throw their moral compass away in order to be accepted. And I realized that my family has a generational toxicity that I no longer wanted to partake in it, because I do not want to spread that damage in my hurt onto my 2 children, because the amount of hurt and pain that I feel from things that were said or things that were done to me that I never got an apology for. One of the videos he posted was about how children expect unconditional love from their parents, even though they themselves can't give unconditional love back to their parents. It has nothing to do with unconditional love. I still love my dad. I will never not have love for my dad. I would have never expected to not have a relationship with one of my parents as I became an adult. But as I grew up, I became someone with a voice, and I became someone who didn't want to just continuously sweep everything under the rug and talk about people and then hide it and pretend everything is okay. And my dad couldn't handle that. My dad can't handle that someone has a voice and will stand up to him and call him out on what is right and wrong. He wants that manipulative control over everybody, and if he doesn't have that control, you are the problem. I am now okay with being the problem. I am okay with being the scapegoat, because I will never get an apology no matter how much I try to share my feelings and express. And at that point, it was my responsibility to either be okay with the way he talked and treated me and my children, or the way that he was never around as a grandparent, or I had to walk away. And for my mental health, I had to walk away. And it has nothing to do with pride and ego. I walked away because he had too much pride and ego to apologize to his own daughter for the things that he has said or done to me. There is a reason why so many people in my generation have cut off their parents and walked away, and it is because we are trying to do better than the generation before us, and we are trying to protect our children and do better for them.